Do I think a hot dog is a sandwich? No, a hot dog is not a sandwich. Are you taking the hot dog and turning it and eating it, and the ketchup and mustard are getting all on the inside of your hand? No, disgusting animal. What's up? I'm Jack Kays. Let's find out what you had to ask about me. How did Jack Kays get famous? I wouldn't say I'm famous, but I posted a video on TikTok of my song, and it went from there. And now I'm just, you know what I'm saying, out here trying to do my thing. Some theatrical. I'll clean that up. Who is Jack Kays dating? My girlfriend's name is Chala, spelled C-A-G-L-A. She's Turkish. Yeah, we've been dating since forever. She's been my best friend since I was a sophomore in high school. So, yeah, that's my everything. What is Jack Kays' favorite food? My favorite category of food is breakfast food, and my favorite breakfast food right now is fried chicken and waffles with some hot sauce and some honey, preferably tapatio. I want my fried chicken battered or fried with nothing at all rather than breaded. I don't like breaded fried chicken. That's not my thing. You know what I'm saying? Throw it in some buttermilk 2 to 3 days with some hot sauce in the buttermilk. Fry it up nice and juicy. Put it on a waffle, hot syrup, you know what I'm saying? Perfect. Sounds amazing. How did Jack Kays meet Travis Barker? I wonder. Travis Barker reached out to me on Instagram first. He DM'd me. And of course I DM'd him back. Because, like, who wouldn't? And he gave me his phone number. And I texted him, and he called me, and we FaceTimed a few times. We wanted to work together pretty bad. He joined a couple of my Instagram lives. We kind of just like became friends over social media. And then I was living in DC at the time, and I had never been to LA before, and so I flew out to LA, and I got in the studio with Travis, and we made most of the songs off the EP, and the rest was history. What did Jack Kays do before music? Before music, I worked in a kitchen. I went to culinary school a few years back. And I don't know, I've been working in the kitchen since I was 16. So before music, I was just like trying to do music and working in a kitchen to pay my bills. I worked grill for maybe 3 or 4 years, where I was just like flipping burgers and doing steaks and like grilling meat. So I'm really good at cooking meat. And and then my last kitchen job, which was like the kitchen job that I like cared about the most, I was on sauté. So I was doing like pastas and like kind of more your high-end dishes that would be prepared in a pan. I also was a dishwasher. I did everything. Jack Kays' favorite city. My favorite city is Washington, D.C. Love D.C. I'm actually from Cincinnati, but it's not my favorite city. I'm sorry, guys. Gotta give it to D.C. Jack Kays' advice to your younger self. I could go a few different directions in this. My advice to my younger self is that you don't have as much control over your perspective as you think you do. Just because you think something's right, or you think that's the only way, or you think this is the best way for you to be acting, and you're so convinced, you know. I think we all know this feeling. That doesn't necessarily mean it's the case, you know what I mean? And I think this is especially the truth. Like when you're younger and when you're going through stuff, you think a lot of the stuff that you're doing is rationalized when maybe it's not. And I think it's pretty hard to see like the other end of that. But then looking back on it, it can be pretty hard, and you can like look back and be like, damn, like it really wasn't that way, you know? Be more aware of the fact that like your mindset can change. That's my advice. When was Jack Kays born? December 15th, 1998. I don't know why I just had to think about my birthday. I was born in Toledo, Ohio, and I was also born dead. Fun fact. Came out blue as the sky, you know what I'm saying? Not breathing, no beat to the heart, and I don't really know what happened. I think they some kind of miracle. I don't know. It's crazy. What is Jack Kays' real name? My real name is John Michael Kays III, but I've gone by Jack my whole life. My grandpa's John, my dad is John, so it was kind of confusing to be John, and I don't know. I always thought as a kid that John was never really fitting and that I was more of a Jack, and I still think that's true. Somebody asked me the other day, I think I got a comment, and they were like, I want to know what Jack Kays' rapper name was before he started using his legal name, and there was never a rapper name. I always used my legal name. Does Jack Kays have fears? Yeah, I'm scared of some stuff. I'm really scared of needles. I hate needles. I pass out. And I'm terrified of the dentist. Like, actually will not go to the dentist. I have a broken tooth right now in the back of my mouth, and it hurts, and I know I need to go to the dentist, but I won't go. So, yeah, I do have fears. How tall is Jack Kays in feet? I think I'm like 6 feet tall. I like to post pictures that make it really hard to tell how tall I am. So like either like from the top or from the bottom that make me look super short or super tall. And then like when people ask how tall I am, I'll be like, oh, I'm 4'2", or like I'm 6'7", but I'm actually just like a nice healthy 6 foot, and that's it. I want to know if he'll tattoo me. Please, would want that so bad. I get this question a lot. If I'll tattoo somebody, and I've tattooed myself, I'll do it for myself, but I am not a skilled tattoo artist. I do not know anything about clean and safe tattooing. I just know that I have not ever ruined it for myself, but I'm not gonna take that risk on another human, so I hope you're cool with that, dude. Does Jack Kays play an instrument? I used to say 9 instruments, but I haven't played the saxophone in a few years. I haven't played the banjo in a few years, so I think that list is a little bit smaller than it was before. I'll say I play 6 instruments, and I'll leave it at that. I think it's like drums, bass, guitar, piano. I don't know, man. Yeah, I play an instrument. How does Jack Kays feel about the future? I mean, do I feel good about like the near future? Yeah, you know, next 10, 20 years, gonna be straight. But like the future, whew, man, I don't know. I don't know if we want to start talking about that. Who is Jack Kays' favorite artist? I don't listen to a lot of music at all. I go through a phase where I'll like listen to one artist a lot, or I go through phases where I like literally don't put a pair of headphones in my ears for months. I think most of the music that I listen to is the music that my girlfriend listens to, just because she is a very heavy music listener and she always likes to have music on. So I end up listening to a lot of hip hop and rap, and that's kind of the music that I've listened to my whole life. But my favorite artist right now is this old man, and his name is Blaze Foley, and he's a guitar player and like a folk country singer-songwriter. Dude is super fire, really obscure, like weird music, but I like it a lot, and I've been playing it in the shower and when I'm doing dishes and, you know, whenever. It's kind of a vibe. If you could go back in time to change something, would you? I know there's going to be some people that disagree with this, but I am a firm believer that things happen for a reason, and, you know, life takes you on the path that you're supposed to go on. I don't think it's like set in stone, because I think some people go down a different path, or a path that they weren't really meant to go down, but I do think like in some cases, like there is a path that you were supposed to go down to get to the place that you are in life. And so when I look back on whatever I went through with my mental health and with addiction and yada yada yada, I remember actually when I first signed my record deal, and it was like a big monumentous moment, because I'm finally like, I'm gonna do music. Like, this is, my career is here. Let's go. This is my opportunity. And I called my girlfriend because she was in Turkey at the time. Everything that we went through, we lived in a basement together. I was addicted to Xanax. I mean, I lost my job over and over again. It was hell. Everything that I went through, I would do it again. You know what I mean? To be able to realize my dream and do what I'm doing now. So I don't think I'd do anything over in the past or erase any part of the past. I think it was all part of how I got here. Okay, something I can't go day to day without. My girlfriend. I think that's the best answer to my question. There's a lot of things that I would put in that place, you know what I mean? My multivitamins, yada yada yada, but none of that's true. Like, if I had to go a day without taking my vitamins, I'd be fine. But it would actually suck if I had to go a day without her. So, say my girlfriend. What is your biggest pet peeve? My biggest pet peeve is a dirty counter. Coffee stains on my counter right now at home because I made coffee before I came here, and my cup, I poured my coffee a little too fast, spilled on the side of my cup, and there's a ring on my counter, and it's in my head right now. That's all I can think about. So that's my pet peeve. Man, I always get this question. Do I think a hot dog is a sandwich? No. A hot dog is not a sandwich. If it was a sandwich, it would be called a hot dog sandwich. Okay? It's a hot dog. It's not even close to a sandwich. Do you turn the hot dog on its side? No. Is it between two pieces of bread? No. Okay? If anything, it's more of a hoagie than a sandwich. Because a hoagie is one piece of bread, you know? It's like a massive hot dog bun, and they cut it down the side and they do it like this. But then still, you don't eat it like, say this is the hoagie. Are you taking the hoagie and really eating it on its side? Come on. No, you're not. Are you taking the hot dog and turning it and eating it, and the ketchup and mustard are getting all on the inside of your hand? No, disgusting animal. It's not a sandwich. I almost said it's a sandwich. It's not a sandwich. It's a hot dog. Okay? It's not even the meat isn't even flat, man. Who puts a circle piece of meat, a cylinder, in their sandwich? Come on. This is just madness. What was your biggest inspiration to make music? I've played music since my entire life. I wanted to be on Broadway in high school, or I wanted to be a classical pianist when I was in 4th grade. You know, the dream took many different forms, but I always wanted to play music. It was always plan A. Thank you, everybody, for your questions. I hope you learned something valuable from this. Can't wait to see what other questions you may have, and maybe I'll see you guys again next time.